Guys, there are some faces in history. We only see them in paintings. Silent, ill, expressionless. But their lives echo, even centuries later. This is the story of a girl. A girl whose life was never her own. Not in childhood, not in youth, and not even when they called her Queen. Caroline Matilda, a young princess born into German royalty. She wasn't even 16 when she was chosen to marry the King of Denmark. But this wasn't a love story. It was a political transaction, a marriage where hearts had no role. Caroline was taught only one thing: obedience. You are now the honor of the crown, they said. You are not meant to feel, only to fulfill. Back then, European monarchies used royal marriages like chess moves to unite kingdoms, form treaties. And the woman, she was just a tool, a vessel for heirs, seal of alliance, and sometimes a sacrifice. Caroline left behind her homeland, her language, her identity, and boarded a ship to a future she didn't choose, with no map and no return. When she arrived in Copenhagen, all eyes were watching. Every step was monitored. Every smile hid suspicion. She never imagined that the very kingdom she was sent to rule would one day call her a traitor, a seductress, a criminal. But she was just child, a girl who was never given time to grow into a woman. After marriage, she hoped maybe love would come with time. But palaces do not give love. They give isolation. The king, his mind was deeply disturbed. He talked to walls, scream at shadows, and draw his sword on his own guards. Caroline found no partner in him. No warmth from the court, only silence, and tears no one ever saw. And a new man entered the palace. Dr. Struensee, educated, gentle. He came to treat the king. But slowly he began to heal her. They grew close. They listened. They understood. And in a world that gave her no choices, Caroline finally made one. They fell in love. She gave birth to a daughter. And the court began to whisper, "Is this the king's child? Or the doctor's?" Meanwhile, reforms began. Under the doctor's advice, farmers were given land. Schools opened. Justice reformed. But the nobles, they burned with rage. 'Cause power was no longer theirs alone. One night, without warning, Caroline and Struensee were arrested, charged with treason, adultery, and dishonoring the king. Struensee was dragged to trial. No evidence, just accusations. Still the sentence came. And not a quiet one. He was stripped before the crowd, beheaded, and his body hacked into pieces. Caroline wasn't there, but her soul saw it all, again and again. Then came the unthinkable. They told her, "If you want to live, marry the man who executed Struensee. Marry the murderer of your love. The same man who swore to protect her, took away everything she had, with shattered pride, and a voice that had forgotten how to scream." Caroline said yes. She was exiled from Denmark, locked in a cold island fortress. No court, no crown, just cold winds, sickness, and loneliness. Just 23. Caroline Matilda breathed her last breath. No justice, no peace, just a quiet grave, where even history seems ashamed. If you believe forgotten voices deserve to be heard again, like this video, comment below. Did Caroline ever get justice? Yes, subscribe to this channel, 'cause the next story might shake you even deeper.